Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eisenhower Eagle Football Review. I'm Tim Meyer with Coach Chris Smith. And, Coach, 30-9, your Eisenhower Eagles came up big, a 21-point victory against a very talented Warren Mott squad. Tell us a little bit about how'd you did it.
You know what, our kids have been working hard for the last, all year, but the last couple of weeks they've really been coming together, especially defensively. That's where I've seen the most improvement. Grosse Pointe South, then Chippewa, and this week we're just getting better and better every week. And, I think that has a lot to do with, the guys that are juniors. They're starting to play like seniors right now this time of year. And right now we're playing with a lot of confidence, so hopefully we can keep that going.
Folks on the Marauder side said it may have been a different ball game. The old number 14 would have been in there for them, but unfortunately he wasn't. But I think the way you're playing defense tonight, I don't think it made too much of a difference.
No, there's every team, suffers injuries this time of year. We've had our fair share of them, for sure. So that kid's a great player, but you know what? You got to play the team that's out there on the field, and our kids, played a great game.
Talk about that first touchdown run by Andrew Sikowski. You guys jumped on him first at 7-0, and it looked like the same thing was going to happen. It happened last week against Chippewa Valley, where you guys were going to keep the ball away from their offense.
Yeah, again, this is a very high-powered offense. Last week we played Chippewa, who's averaging 40 points a game. This team's the same way. They're averaging close to 40 points a game. So, again, the game plan was basically the same, to keep the ball out of their hands and play great defense, and I think we accomplished those two things.
And on offense, Max Whitward did another fine job of managing the game and had a couple of touchdown passes.
Yeah, well, early in the year he struggled, and just like any sophomore quarterback, they struggle when they're young, but he's really getting comfortable in the offense, getting comfortable reading defenses, and right now he's starting to play like a junior finally.
Looks like you're running him a little bit more.
Well, it's not that we're running them a little more. That's part of the read progression of our triple option. So teams are giving it to us. I mean, a lot of teams are saying let your sophomore run the ball, and they're taking away our dive and giving our sophomore a chance to read that and run the ball. And he's doing a great job. He doesn't back down from anything. So,
what's it mean to have number 22 Cody Goff and back in the lineup?
It was just a big boost for our whole team, and today he played an outstanding game. He's the quarterback of our defense, you know what I mean? And you need it, and when we lost him, we lost our quarterback, but getting him back is really, giving that defense a boost too.
Now, the consensus is Eisenhower at 5-4. You've clinched a spot in the playoffs, but you never know in this situation here with the playoff points and things. I mean, it looks pretty good, but like you say, you never know. But it really would mean a lot more if you guys were 6-3.
Well, we don't look at that right now. We're looking at just getting another win. We got a one more game to play, and we're going to prepare for that game, and it's against Romeo. And our kids, I think, took them lightly last year because they thought they were in the playoffs, but I told the kids it's 6 wins. It's not 5 to get in. The state doesn't guarantee anything at 5 wins. It's 6 wins. You need 6 wins to get in, and we're going to take that and do our best to prepare for a great Romeo team.
Eisenhower star offensive play in this big win over Warren Mott 30-9 is Max Whitward, is Eisenhower's quarterback. You ran for a touchdown and threw for a couple more. Tell us what you saw on that touchdown run.
I just got off field and I saw green and I wanted to score. I smelled it and I wanted it. Felt great.
They have some pretty fast defensive backs there. When you got back in the secondary there, kind of running, another 10 yards to go. Do you think you're going to get caught?
I thought I was at first, but I just kicked it into a second gear and I wanted it, and I wanted it bad. So I got it.
Talk about your 2 touchdown passes. One, the ball, you slid in there nicely to Kadari Johnson. Talk about that play a little bit.
Well, at first, Coach told me to throw it to the outside receiver, but I saw that there was a little slower player on Kadari, so I just threw the ball up there and let him run to it. No, it worked out perfectly, so I was really happy with that.
And that pass to Willie Hunter looked like you had a little zip on that ball.
I tried to get it through because I saw a linebacker right there, so I tried to get it in, thread the needle a little bit. I let him catch it and let him run.
Before this game, this is a big game, and Warren Mott had beaten Dakota, which beat you guys earlier in the year. Well, were you guys kind of a little bit fearful of these guys?
We were just ready for it. We prepared. We prepared very well during this week of practice, and we worked hard. We worked hard for this.
And what about next week? You got to play Romeo for final game.
I'm excited for next week. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very excited for next week.
Okay, I know you want to say hello to some folks, so go ahead.
All right, I'm not going to screw up this time. I want to say hi to my friends and family, and the whole team. They played great. I love them all. I love my family. I'm ecstatic right now. I'm over the moon. I'm so happy.
Noah Lametta, number 62 of the Eisenhower Eagles, plugging up that middle against the Warren Mott Marauders. And Noah, they're a pretty formidable running team. Did you think you'd have that much success on them against their running game?
I go in every game thinking that we're going to have success because we practice so hard during the week, just day in, day out, and that's just our main goal, plugging up the middle, me and Sammy, the other tackle, and that's our main goal, and that's what we try to accomplish.
Now, you're obviously a little lower to the ground than most of those guys down there. Does that give you kind of an advantage?
Yeah, I definitely like to think that as my advantage because I'm like, I can just dig through like a tunnel almost. You get underneath them, they can't get under that,
Your defense has played well the last couple of games against two big-time teams here at the MAC Red. What do you attribute that success to?
Just working hard. We're looking at our main goal, making the playoffs, just winning. And our main key is really believing that we can win, believing in ourselves. And that's what we've been doing the past couple of games. And that's what's driving us right now.
How about that Warren Mott Marauder offensive line? They hit pretty hard?
Yeah, props to them. They were pretty good all game and just persistent,
Tell me a little bit about next week. You're going to be in for a hard-hitting affair there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm excited, actually. I like getting in there, getting hit, hitting back, and it's just going to be a fun game and just see what happens,
It's been a long time. Well, not really a long time, but a big game between Eisenhower and Romeo. Your thoughts about next week's game and how you think it's going to go?
I'm hoping it's going to be in our favor, and it's home here at Swinehart. We're going to have the stands full, and we're just going to give them a show. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, no, I appreciate you stopping by, and I know you want to say hello to some folks.
All right, yeah, I'd like to say hi to my mom and dad that come to every game supporting me. My buddy Sammy Valtaggio right next to me on the line. I always know he's got my back, I got his, and yeah, hi.
One of the Eisenhower Eagles standouts on defense tonight is Cody Goff, and Cody back for the first time in a long time. Tell us what it's like to be back.
Oh, it was great. I loved making tackles out there. I've been out for 5 weeks, and it was just awesome to be back.
What did you expect from this Warren Marauder team? They had some talented players.
A big dose of 14, but he was out, and could have been different with him. But yeah, we just played well.
How about the Eagles on defense in the secondary? You guys picked off a few passes.
Oh yeah, it was great getting those turnovers, getting our defense off the field, letting our offense score some points, and it was John Strobel was a ball hawk out there. It was great.
Tell us a little bit about what that means to your team when a defense gets those interceptions. What are you thinking in your head as soon as you see some guy pick it off?
Oh, we just think, let's have our offense put on some points and get ahead in the game. And it happened early, and we got a 14-0 early, and we just kept going from there.
Now, you're a little banged up from earlier, but you came back today. How do you feel right now?
Oh, I feel great. It was just awesome to be back, and I feel 100%.
How about next week against the Romeo Bulldogs? You played them last year. You actually ran the ball against them last year for a little bit, but what do you expect from those folks?
Oh, they're going to be a great team. My cousin plays for them, and he's been talking. They're a good team. I expect 8-0 right now, and we just want to end their winning streak.
Well, Cody, you guys may have a chance to get into playoffs at 5-4. We don't know yet. It's a good possibility that you may be, but it sure would be nice to get that 6-win guarantee, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. We would like to just ensure it, make sure we get in there, and we're just gonna act like we need a win.
Well, Cody, I know you want to say hello to some folks out there, so I'll let you do that.
I'll say hello to my mom and dad, my 3 brothers and my younger sister, and my dog Mickey.
After a big win last week over Chippewa Valley, the Eisenhower Eagles would need another big win over the Warren Mott Marauders to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Marauders feature a high-octane offense. Ike's defense would have to be ready. The Eagles receive the opening kickoff, and Willie Hunter gives the Eagles a good return, but Ike is penalized on the play. Quarterback Max Whitwer would go to Jack Preventure, who gets a good block and an Eagle first down. The Eagles move into Marauder territory, and Kadari Johnson gets an Ike first down on this run. On 2nd and 8, quarterback Max Whitwer takes off and dives for an Eagle first down. Number 27, Andrew Sokowski, bounces this play outside and scampers 20 yards for the Eagles' first score. The extra point was good, and Ike led 7-0. The Eisenhower Eagle defense had come together the last two games. Here they come up with a big turnover as number 31, Jack Serby, recovers this muffed lateral. Quarterback Max Whitwer takes matters into his own hands. Seeing an opening on the right side, he bolts through and to the end zone, giving the Eagles a 14-0 lead. Of the ensuing kickoff, Eisenhower's number 55, Lucas Jelli, and number 30, Brady Stanley, arrive at the same time to smack the Marauder return man. It's good news for the Eagles. Cody Goff is back and in the Eagle lineup after missing a few games, and he quickly makes his presence felt. When the Eagles got the ball back, they were pinned deep in their own end. And on 3rd down, Jax Eggert gets popped here and fumbles the ball. It's recovered by Warren Mott at the Eagle 9. The Eagle defense would stiffen. Moving into the second quarter, Ike forces Warren Mott into a field goal attempt. And Andreas Dumitru comes on and boots this 31-yard field goal, making it 14-3 Eisenhower. On the Eagles' next drive, they get a big 3rd down play as Max Whitwer hits Paul Kessler, good for a first down. Then number 8, Jack Preventure, takes this pitch and gets another Eagle first down. The Eagle drive would stall, and Austin Mitchell comes on to kick this 39-yard field goal, giving Eisenhower a 17-3 lead over Warren Mott. Eisenhower's defense would take advantage of this mistake by Warren Mott as they recover this fumble. Florkey gives his approval. The Eagles strike again as Max Whitwer finds Kadari Johnson, who makes a fine catch in the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. The extra point was good, and Ike now led 24-3. The Eagles did not let up as Jack Preventure and Brandon Rabicki stopped the Marauder back for a loss here. Number 6, Ryan Chargo, makes a good play on the ball here, picks it off, and it's 1st and 10 Eisenhower. The Eagles would be forced to punt. Eisenhower's Danny Schmick, John Strobel, Mario Augusta knock around the fumbled football, and Antonio Gray falls on it for Eisenhower with 27 seconds left in the half. On 2nd and 8, the Eagles' Jack Preventure gets a first down here. With 20 seconds left in the half, Whitwer would throw a strike to Willie Hunter, who does the rest for the Eagle touchdown. The extra point is blocked, and the score at halftime, Eisenhower 30, Warren Mott 3. To begin the second half, the Eagles are called for pass interference on this play. Eisenhower's number 62, Noah Lametta, playing tough for the Eagles all night long, makes the stop here. On fourth down at the Eagle 40, the Marauders go for it, and number 59, Matt Surma, forces this bad pass, and it's Eagle football. The Eagles would be forced to punt, however, and number 29, John Strobel, number 43, Danny Schmick have it well covered. Eisenhower's defense continues their aggressive play as number 24, Anthony Saputo, demonstrates here. On the Eagles' next drive, they are forced to punt. They get good coverage again. This time, number 51, Mario Augusta, and number 43, Danny Schmick team up. Number 20, Austin Mitchell, reads this play perfectly and makes the good open field tackle here. In the fourth quarter, Warren Mott reaches into their bag of tricks. He comes up with this flea flicker as number 7, Andre Chandler, finds Ty Redding open down the field, and Redding scores the Marauder touchdown. Warren Mott's extra point attempt would fail. Bad snap forces Redding to try for 2, but number 8, Jack Preventure, makes sure it doesn't happen. On the ensuing kickoff, the Marauders attempt an onside kick, but it's recovered by the Eagles' Cody Corey. Eisenhower's defense is called upon again, and number 55, Lucas Jelli, responds. Ike's D forces Warren Mott to punt the football. It's muffed by the Eagles' Paul Kessler. The football is recovered by the Marauders' number 26, Simon Delli. He takes it all the way to the end zone. However, he cannot advance a muffed punt. Here's good pass defense by Jack Preventure. Here's some good Eagle team defense. Here's Anthony Saputo and John Strobel smack down the Marauder runner. Eisenhower's number 29, John Strobel, ends the misery for the Warren Mott Marauders as he intercepts this pass. The Eagles have won their second straight MAC Red game, defeating the Warren Mott Marauders 30-9.
Stay tuned for our special feature right after this.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders. And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Today's Eisenhower Eagle flashback takes us back to the year 1999 and the game between the Eisenhower Eagles and the Romeo Bulldogs. The Eisenhower Eagles had a great defense in 1999, and that year they were led by Kevin Burke and John DeGiorgio. The game started out as a defensive struggle as they moved into the second quarter. Here the Eagles get a big sack. The Eagles' #1 pass combo in 1999 was quarterback Brian Gnipp and All-State wide receiver Chris Massano. The Eagles also had number 87 Matt Thurman, who takes this reverse to the Bulldog 18. Into the second quarter, Eisenhower would score the game's first touchdown as Brian Gnipp hits Chris Massano, who makes a nice catch for the score. On the ensuing kickoff, John DeGiorgio causes this fumble, and it's recovered by the Eagles. On second down, Brian Gnipp would hit Chris Hoover over the middle, and Hoover makes it 1st and goal Eisenhower. On 3rd and goal, Brian Gnipp would sneak it in for the touchdown, and Eisenhower led 14-0. The first half would end with Eisenhower leading 14-0. In the second half, Eisenhower's Chris Hoover would make a couple of cuts and go 36 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was good, and Eisenhower led 21-0. Eisenhower's defense comes up with a big play here as they pressure the Romeo quarterback, and Eisenhower's number 4 Paul Lakowitz picks this pass off, and it's 1st and 10 Eagles. Here's another fine catch by Matt Thurman. Gnipp would find his favorite target, Chris Massano, over the middle. A big 3rd down catch setting up 4th and short, deep in Romeo territory. The Eagles would make the 1st down, setting up this touchdown pass to All-Stater Chris Massano, his 2nd touchdown of the game. On 3rd down for Romeo, Joe DeGiorgio puts pressure on the Bulldog quarterback, and this errant pass is almost picked off by the Eagles. In the fourth quarter, Eisenhower's Mike Grzywalski comes on and kicks this 27-yard field goal, making it Eisenhower 31, Romeo 0. Late in the fourth quarter, sophomore Steve Hoover makes this long run to pretty much seal the deal for the Eagles. The Eisenhower Eagles go on to defeat the Romeo Bulldogs back in 1999, 31-0.
Well, the second week in a row, the Eisenhower Eagles played a top opponent in a big game, a game which they needed to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. This time, the Warren Mott Marauders came into Barney Swinehart, and Eagles jumped on them early in that first half, scoring 30 points, getting touchdown passes, a couple from Max Whitwer. And Max also ran one in, as well as Andrew Sikowski. The defense anchored toughly by number 22 Cody Goff, and the secondary picked off a few passes and looked good with Jack Preventure back there. Next week, the Eisenhower Eagles take on the Romeo Bulldogs. We hope you'll watch us here on Shelby TV to see that game and all the action. For Coach Chris Smith, I'm Tim Meyer saying we'll see you next time right here on the Eisenhower Eagle Football Review.